How's it going, everyone? It's Sadai, or you can call me Sai, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at Ezra Brooks. This bad boy is a calf strength store pick, single barrel. It's a Total Wines pick, and it says it was bottled in 2018. So, well, sorry. The barrel was filled in 2018, so 6 years ago at this point. It's 120 proof, and it cost me, I think, like 43 bucks. Now, it doesn't have an age statement on it, so I had to look it up, and they say, it's minimum of 4 years. Not on their website, just third-party websites that I had to look through, and they said it was 4 years. And the Kentucky Straight, there's a bunch of rules, right? So when you call something Kentucky Straight, that has to be a minimum of 1 year aged, and I think a certain mash bill or something like that. And I did find out what the mash bill was on this bad boy, even though they didn't really say it on their website. It's 78% corn, 10% rye, and 12% malted barley. Excuse me. It's a sour mash, so I had to look that up. Basically, that just means that they use part of the mash bill from the previous batch to start the fermentation on the new batch. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And it's charcoal filtered, almost like that Dickel that we had last time. It was it's a Tennessee whiskey, but this one is bottled in Bardstown, so not necessarily a Tennessee whiskey, but they kind of use the same technique, the charcoal filtering, which is just filtering to make the taste smoother and more vibrant, I guess, It's calf strength, and I had to look that up just so I can give you guys the right definition of calf strength. It's basically an undiluted version of the bourbon that comes out of the barrel. This cask strength, like I said earlier, is 120 proof ABV, and this brand, Ezra Brooks, is a Luxco brand, like from a distillery called Lux Road Distilleries, I think. And ultimately, it's a MGP brand, which makes some of the best whiskey out there. The Luxco brand also makes things that you might have heard of, like Rebel 100, which I've had. I think it's a wheated bourbon, and it's not bad. That one's not bad. I didn't go back for a second bottle, but it's definitely not bad. The Rebel 100. And these guys also, as the people who make Ezra Brooks also makes that. Let's get to tasting. Fresh bottle. I'm gonna crack the seal on this bad boy. A little later, we're going to, not in this video, in a separate video, we're gonna compare, I think, 3 bourbons to one another, a blind taste test. So stay tuned for that. Kind of light. I don't know like if the darker the hue, the more it's been aged. I don't know necessarily. I mean, it sounds right. Let's give it a smell. High proof, so mostly on the nose is alcohol, but you know that. Nail polish remover. I guess another name for straight up alcohol. Now in Ezra Brooks's tasting notes, they say things like hints of chocolate, hints of spice, hints of vanilla, hints of caramel, and we're gonna see if we can taste any of that. See if my palate is improving time and time throughout these videos. I don't know if it's the charcoal filtering, but really smooth. Like I think I had a foolproof 1792, and I don't think that was charcoal filtered, and it was just really harsh, and not harsh, but like it had a lot of burn when I took a sip. But this bad boy is super smooth and it's super sweet. Let me see. I get the spice. I mean, I don't know if there's that as much vanilla on there as, you know, Ezra Brooks claims, but maybe it needs to age a little bit longer. I know they make like a little more expensive brand. Not a brand, a more expensive version of this. I think it's called Old Ezra, and I think it's aged for 7 years. And maybe that has more of a vanilla finish on it, but this bad boy, I mean, under the acetone, you can kind of smell some sweetness there. I can't really make out what kind of sweetness it is, if it's like, you know, a donut or just a pound of sugar, but like, you can smell it there. Hints of caramel, not a lot. Doesn't stay on the palate too long. Kind of like a high and by really quick. So, you know, like when they talk about wine, I don't think it has like, I don't know if it's called legs or not, but it's called something. It just doesn't stay on the palate very long. On that last sip, it was more like I want to say brown sugary, not like faint hints of brown sugar, not like molasses brown sugar, you know, some kind of you know, flavored whiskey, which I tend not to gravitate towards because it's just not my wheelhouse. I picked this one to taste today because a lot of people online, when I made that Blanton's video, a lot of people, not on my YouTube video, but I did some research, and a lot of people were comparing Ezra Brooks in terms of flavor and taste more similarly to Blanton's than Buffalo Trace. And as we know, Buffalo Trace is made, Blanton's is made by Buffalo Trace, so it's kind of odd that those two would be less similar than this Ezra Brooks. And I don't know, because I don't have both bottles here and I'm tasting both bottles at the same time, but I will with also an additional bottle. So 3 bottles will do, and we're gonna do a blind taste test soon. And I think for $43, this is what I paid for this bad boy, I think it's not bad, especially for the proof, you know, and the smoothness that it has. That charcoal filter really did its magic and made it like feel like a 90 proof going down, like super smooth, super no burn, no nothing. And I think if you're in the market for some high proof stuff that at an affordable price, like $43 is super affordable in terms of whiskey, because as you know, like whiskeys can just go up and up and up, you know, depending on the rarity and depending on the scarcity, because there's so many of us out here just trying to get our hands all over the best stuff we can. And you know, watch the next not watch, but stay tuned for the next video. The next video will be me comparing, I want to say Ezra Brooks, Blanton's, and I think my favorite, Redwood. I think I'm going to compare all three of those to each other in a blind tasting and see which one comes out on top. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.